The Dominican Republic, a small island nation with a big reputation, from its stunning beaches and vibrant nightlife to its rich musical heritage. But what if I told you there was more to this Caribbean nation than meets the eye? What if I challenged everything you think you know about the Dominican Republic? What if I told you that behind the stereotypes of party people or poverty lies a powerful island nation with a complex history that intersects slavery, American politics, and the human desire for self-realization? In this video, we'll explore how the Dominican Republic rose from colonial rule to become a free and independent nation. We'll unravel the untold stories of struggle, resilience, and triumph that define the spirit of the Dominican people. Join us as we journey through the early history of the Dominican Republic, uncovering the secrets of its past. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below if you enjoyed this video. At the heart of the Caribbean lies a country rich in history and intrigue. But before the bustling cityscapes, there existed a world where the clash of civilizations laid the foundation for Santo Domingo, what many refer to as today the Dominican Republic. In the grand scheme of Spain's ambitious expansionist endeavors, Santo Domingo emerged as a pivotal outpost in the New World. Established in 1498 by Bartholomew Columbus, brother of the famed explorer Christopher Columbus, Santo Domingo served as the gateway to Spain's imperial ambitions in the Americas. The city quickly flourished into a bustling hub of trade, serving as a vital link in the transatlantic exchange of goods, wealth, and power. Its strategic location in the island of Hispaniola made it a coveted prize in Spain's quest for dominance in the Caribbean. However, behind the facade of prosperity lay many economic challenges. Santo Domingo's heavy reliance on cash crops such as sugar and tobacco fueled the demand for cheap labor, leading to the brutal exploitation of indigenous Taino populations and the introduction of African slavery. As the centuries passed, Santo Domingo grappled with economic instability, exacerbated by piracy, trade restrictions, and fluctuating commodity prices. The island's economy became increasingly dependent on Spain's mercantilist policies, stifling growth and innovation. Politically, Santo Domingo faced its own challenges under Spanish rule. The centralized authority of the Spanish crown clashed with the aspirations of the local elites, leading to tensions and power struggles within colonial society. And on July 22, 1795, Santo Domingo was given ownership from the Spanish crown to the French Republic during the signed Treaty of Versailles. In the years to come, Spain would regain control over Santo Domingo after a series of conflicts referred to as the Peninsular War, with France invading Spain. The seeds of French invasion were sown amidst the chaos of the Napoleonic Wars, as France sought to expand its influence and control over Europe. In 1808, under the pretext of enforcing the terms of earlier treaties, French troops crossed into Spanish territory, sparking a full-scale invasion. The Spanish crown, weakened by internal strife and political instability, was ill-prepared to resist the French onslaught. The French forces, led by Napoleon's brother Joseph Bonaparte, swiftly occupied key cities and strategic positions throughout Spain, effectively bringing the country under French control. The French occupation of Spain violated the Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1795, which effectively gave over Santo Domingo to the French. By invading Spanish territory and installing Joseph Bonaparte as the puppet king of Spain, France disregarded the terms of the treaty and violated Spain's sovereignty. During this period, Spain launched an attack on the eastern half of Hispaniola known as the Battle of Palo Hincado in 1808, which led to them reconquering Santo Domingo, placing it once again under Spanish rule. But life in the colony would see a massive decline as Spain was still at war and struggling to regain its sovereignty, let alone reclaim its position as the global power, resulting in a weakened leadership in Santo Domingo and an era referred to as España Boba. España Boba, or Silly Spain, saw a decline in Spain's global influence marked by inefficiency, corruption, and internal strife. In Santo Domingo, sentiments towards Spain ranged from disillusionment to outright defiance, as colonial officers and citizens alike grew wary of the crown's oppressive rule. During this period, Spain was extremely unstable, with it fighting both the Peninsular War and the Spanish-American fight for independence. These wars limited Spain's resources and threatened to collapse the once dominant empire. As a result, Spain was effectively inactive in managing the affairs of Santo Domingo, leaving officials and civilians on the island to fend for themselves. At the heart of the España Boba period lays a series of economic missteps and policy failures that plunged Santo Domingo into a state of turmoil. The island's economy, heavily reliant on agriculture and trade, suffered from the stagnation and decline, exacerbated by Spain's restrictive trade policies and bureaucratic inefficiencies. Meanwhile, the working class bore the burden of these hardships as heavy taxation, debt bondage, and monopolistic practices by the colonial elite widened the gap between the rich and the poor. Politically, Santo Domingo was filled with corruption and instability as colonial officials squandered resources and abused their power for personal gain. The local populace grew increasingly disillusioned with Spanish rule, leading to the widespread discontent and calls for reform. Spain, alarmed by the growing unrest in its colony, responded with repression and violence, seeking to dismantle the aspirations of the Dominican people. On November 30th, 1821, the Dominican Republic officially declared independence from Spain, establishing the Republic of Spanish Haiti. Unfortunately, this newfound freedom was short-lived as Haiti, under the leadership of Jean-Pierre Boyer, annexed the territory in 1822, bringing a quick end to the Dominican independence movement. Boyer's government viewed the annexation of Santo Domingo as a strategic move to consolidate power and resources, while also aiming to abolish slavery and promote social equality throughout the island. During the occupation, Haiti's government exerted significant influence over Santo Domingo, imposing its laws, institutions, and customs on the Dominican population. However, the occupation also brought significant challenges for the Dominican people, including economic hardship, political repression, and social unrest. Many Dominicans felt marginalized and disenfranchised under Haitian rule, leading to widespread discontent and resistance. Economically, Santo Domingo struggled under the weight of high taxes, trade restrictions, and economic exploitations by the Haitian government. Political instability and corruption further undermined the stability of the occupied territory as rival factions vied for power and influence. Socially, the occupation exacerbated existing divisions within Dominican society as tensions between different ethnic, racial, and socio-economic groups built up. Despite efforts to promote social equality, deep-seated prejudices and inequalities persisted, fueling social unrest and conflict. During this period of Haitian rule, a movement was born that laid the foundation for the Dominicans' push towards independence. La Trinitaria, founded on July 16, 1838, emerged as a beacon of hope for the Dominican people amidst the chaos of Haitian rule. Led by visionary leaders such as Juan Pablo Duarte, Juan Isidro Perez, and Pedro Alejandro Piña, La Trinitaria was born out of a shared commitment to liberate the Dominican Republic. The organization's mission was clear: to achieve independence for the Dominican Republic through unity, resistance, and an unwavering dedication to the cause. Inspired by the ideals of democracy, freedom, and self-determination, La Trinitaria sought to galvanize the masses and ignite a revolution against Haiti. On February 27, 1844, the Trinitarian flag was raised in Santo Domingo, marking the birth of the Dominican Republic as a sovereign nation. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this and leave a comment below for what videos you would like to see next.